What's going on, guys? Short video today, not showing you guys anything really. So I had an exam that I thought was at 9 a.m. and it was at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So just give you guys an idea of how my day went. I was at school most of the day. I got a workout in. I did shoulders and triceps. I videotaped a few sets of it, but it'll be on tomorrow's video because I don't have time to edit it before I go to bed and do stuff. So not happening tonight, but you guys will see all that on tomorrow's video, as well as whatever I do tomorrow. So basically I spent my entire day studying. I had an exam. The schedule was different than what I thought. But anyway, the workout, if you guys want to know, because I know some of you guys are like following along. So I did chest. Sorry, that's not. I wish I did chest. I did shoulders. So I started with behind the neck military press, and start light. Just put 95 pounds on. Keep all the tension on your shoulders. So none of I kind of come down to here, and I only go up to about here. I don't fully lock out. Constant tension on your shoulders. Get a really good pump. So I went 95 pounds, which is really light for me, and then for like 15 to 20 reps. Then I just go up by quarters. So I put another 25 on, so 145. And that's a heavier set. It was a heavy set for behind the neck. So I got like, 5 reps or something, 5 or 6 reps. And then I immediately went to in front. So I went from behind the neck and then came right in front and went to failure. After that, I went to 115, so 25 and 10 per side. And I had 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. So I wasn't focusing on the weight. I wasn't concerned about moving as much weight as possible. I was focused on getting a good pump. So really, really slow on the way down, and then drive on the way up. So really just keeping constant tension on the muscle, getting a really good pump. Working on making the muscle grow. Not concerned about the weight. Then I went over and did side laterals. So I started light again. Just grabbed 25 pounds and I did 20 reps. So 20 reps, your shoulder's going to be burning. Doesn't matter what weight you use. Then I went 35s, so I pyramided up. Then I went 45s, and then I went back down. So I went 35s for 2 sets, and then the last set was a drop set, 45, 35, 25. So triple drop set for your last set. Then, what did I do next? I did Arnold press. So I stuck with the same weight. I just took 50-pound dumbbells, nice and light, come all the way down in front, turn and press up. Now, you don't have to completely lock out. You have no tension on your shoulders when you do that. You only have to go to about here. And I know everyone's going to be like, you're not doing the full range of motion, whatever. It will make your muscles grow. And when you're coming all the way down and in, and then turning out, you have your range of motion is extremely large. Like twice the amount that it would be in a regular shoulder press. So give that a try. 6 to 10 reps. So like decently heavy, but not super heavy. But about 6 to 10 reps. So your first set you should be able to get about 10 reps. Your last set you're probably closer to 6 since you're using the same weight. And only about 45 seconds rest between sets. After that I went to behind the neck pull downs. Now, this is a movement that you need to focus on really using your rear delts. If you use your lats, you're not doing the movement right. It's great for back, but if you want to hit your rear delts, very short range motion. You only feel it like right here. That's about the only spot you're going to feel it. It's just the way it is. Like, it's a movement that you have to try. You have to try, and you have to try to feel it in your rear delts, and don't be concerned about weight. It's a light movement, especially when you're focusing on rear delts. You're just really focusing on getting a pump and being able to feel it in the right spot. So give that a try for 5 sets. After that, that's all I did for shoulders. Then I went on to triceps. So I started with close grip bench press, and I pyramided up. So I do quarters. So I went 25s per side, just warmed up like 20 reps. Then another quarter for like 10 reps, and then another quarter for 1. Then I went 215 for 1, which was a terrible idea. Like, I got the rep, but it was really crappy. Like, my butt came up. You guys will see that tomorrow. but it was really crappy rep. Don't try to go anywhere close to your max when you already trained shoulders and you're doing triceps and you did chest yesterday. Probably not a good idea, but whatever, that's what I did. So then I went back down to 2 quarters, so like what, 145, and I did 3 sets to failure. Okay, and then I moved on to a heavy press down. So I did 5 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Only about 35 seconds between. When you get to the bottom, really squeeze and turn your tricep out, and you'll get a really good pump, really good contraction. Your arms will be on fire, and go all the way to failure on every set. So after that, I went on to a rope press down. Again, 5 sets, about anywhere from 12 to 20 reps. So you're just going for a pump on this exercise. Come to the bottom, again, squeeze your tricep. You really want to feel it right in there. So squeeze the tricep at the bottom of the movement for about a second, and then slow on the way up. And so that was my workout today. That was my real workout. Then before my exam, because I always like to go do something before my exam. I can't just sit around all day and be like stagnant. It drives me insane. I went and did a quick push workout. Nothing crazy. I went in, I did incline bench press, flat bench press. It's kind of like, it was fun. I just did it for fun. So incline bench press, flat bench press, side laterals, incline dumbbell flies, dips but focusing on my triceps for dips, and yeah, that's it. That's all I did. Just something quick to like get my head, like sitting around all day, your head's just like and you're like exhausted. Just had to go wake up so I could be focused for my exam. Felt really good. So that's what I did. And considering I trained chest yesterday and shoulders and triceps today, doing a push was totally fun. So that was perfect. It's just basically feeder workouts for the muscles you already trained. So it won't affect my next workouts at all. So that's what I did today. And then I wrote my exam. Went awesome. So that's good news. Anyway, sorry that like exam period, I don't know why, like I started this series basically this first week of my exams, which wasn't probably the smartest idea, but you know what? It was a smart idea for me and where I am in my life, because it was the perfect time for me to start to cut down for summer. So the goal is obviously to look really good for summer during this program and at the end of this program. So that's why I did it. So I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I really appreciate all the support, and yeah, it's really great. So one thing I wanted to touch on really quick is people saying that they can't do things. So the whole, I can't do this because I'm going to school, I can't do this because I have work, that's not true. You can do whatever you want. Set a goal and come up with a way to achieve that goal, and I guarantee you can do it. But here's what you have to, you can't be like, I can't be like, I want to bench press 315. Well, that's great, but I have to do something to get there. So write down your goal and come up with a plan on how you're going to achieve that goal. And have time, has to be measurable. You have to have time included in it, and it has to be realistic. Now, it can be a little bit of a stretch. So like, don't set something that's too easy, but also don't set something that's too hard. But whatever you think is doable, maybe just go a little bit past that so it keeps you pushing. So, for example, I'm just going to do a workout one because it's easy for me to relate to you guys. So let's say you want to, you want to bench press. Let's say your current bench press, your 1 rep max is 225. Me saying that if it's 225, you saying you want to do 4 plates in a year, probably not realistic. So come up with something realistic. So let's say 225. Maybe you want to get 275 in a year, which is still, that's a stretch, but it's doable. So let's say you want to get 275 in a year. Come up with a plan on how you're going to achieve that. You can't just say it and keep doing what you're doing. You have to write down like, okay, I'm going to do strength training. I'm going to do 5x5s and progressively work my way up, going up this amount every couple weeks. You have to write it down. Figure out that if you follow this plan exactly, you'll achieve your goal in the amount of time that you want it. So that's it, and you guys are capable of doing it. There's no excuses. You just need to prioritize what you're doing. You can go to school, you can have a good physique, you can do all this. It just takes preparation. So instead of waking up at 7, if you have to leave your house at 7:30, instead of waking up at 7 and not eating breakfast and going to school and hardly eating all day, wake up at 6, prepare all your food for the day, eat a good breakfast, make sure you're getting all your calories in. Don't skip workouts. There's 24 hours in a day. I guarantee you guys can do whatever you set your mind to. So that's it. Hope this is useful. Give this a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.